Can thoughts truly heal us? Can the mind possess such immense power that even chronic physical ailments disappear in its presence? These questions once echoed in the heart of a young Paramahansa Yogananda. His curiosity was not born from mere philosophical pondering, but from personal suffering. Since childhood, Yogananda struggled with weak digestion. His body was thin, fragile, and easily exhausted. Even a short walk would leave him tired, and long travels would sap his energy for days. He often felt a deep sense of inferiority because of his physical condition. During his college years, his room looked more like a small pharmacy than a place of study. Bottles of tonics and strength-giving medicines were stacked everywhere, far outnumbering his textbooks, yet none of them ever seemed to help. After joining the ashram, he silently battled a growing concern. Will I ever be able to walk the path of spiritual discipline with such a weak body? He didn't voice this fear, but it echoed within him. One day, while sitting on the veranda of the ashram, his guru, Swami Sri Yukteswar Giri, looked at him closely and said, "Mukunda, you look very thin and weak." That moment stunned Yogananda. His guru had not only seen his body, but had read the hidden layers of self-doubt within him. With honesty, Yogananda replied, "Gurudev, I feel the same. I dislike my sunken eyes and frail frame. I've suffered from digestion issues since I was a child. No remedy has helped." Yukteswar smiled gently and responded, "Mukunda, medicines can only go so far. The true root of your illness is not in your stomach or body, it is in your mind. You have unknowingly restricted the use of your inner power. You see yourself as sick. You believe you are weak, and so your thoughts have taken that shape. Your mind has made your body believe in weakness," he continued, "but just as easily you can change that. If you firmly believe that you are strong, if you truly hold that thought with full conviction, your body will begin to follow that belief. You will see a transformation not just mentally but physically too." Still skeptical, Yogananda asked, "Gurudev, is that really possible? Can mere thoughts heal chronic conditions?" Yukteswar then shared a deeply personal story. "There was a time I suffered from typhoid. For 2 long months I was bedridden and severely weak. When the fever finally subsided, I went to visit my own guru, Lahiri Mahasaya. I told him, 'Gurudev, I've been terribly ill. I've lost so much weight that even sitting for meditation feels like a struggle.' Lahiri Mahasaya looked at me and said, 'Yukteswar, you brought this upon yourself. You accepted weakness and so it became real. But don't worry, you'll feel better tomorrow.' Yukteswar continued, "I believed him completely. That night, with full faith in my guru's words, I went to bed. By morning, I felt an inexplicable surge of vitality. My body, though still thin, felt light, refreshed and strong. I ran to Lahiri Mahasaya overjoyed and said, 'Gurudev, I feel alive again. You've healed me.' But he simply smiled and said, 'That's good, but who knows what tomorrow brings. Perhaps the weakness will return.' That statement unsettled Yukteswar. The doubt crept back in. What if I fall sick again, he thought, and strangely, the very next day, all the strength he had gained vanished. He was once again weak and ill. With great effort, he went back to Lahiri Mahasaya and said, 'Gurudev, I'm sick again.' His guru looked at him and asked, 'So you made yourself sick again?' Yukteswar was puzzled. 'How can I make myself sick?' he asked. Lahiri Mahasaya smiled and said, 'Exactly the way you made yourself healthy. It's all in your mind. Your belief in your weakness brought your illness back. Your thoughts created your body's condition. Do you understand now? Your body is the product of your mind.' Yukteswar then asked his guru, 'If I now think I am healthy and visualize myself gaining back my strength, will it really happen?' His guru nodded and said, 'Yes, the body is nothing but a shadow of the mind. The mind is the master, the creator, the builder. Your mind doesn't just influence your body, it governs it. And your mind, Mukunda, is a spark of divine consciousness. When you hold a thought with unwavering belief, that thought takes form and manifests in reality." To prove his words, Lahiri Mahasaya invited Yukteswar to observe his own body. "Now," he said, "hold a single powerful thought in your heart. Believe with full conviction that you are healthy and strong." In that moment, Yukteswar felt a strange shift. Despite being sick, he suddenly felt energy flow through his limbs. His body seemed heavier, fuller. When he returned home that evening, he slept deeply, completely free of fear and anxiety. The next morning, his mother looked at him in shock and asked, "Why is your body swollen? Are you suffering from edema?" But Yukteswar knew it was not a disease. His body had literally transformed overnight. The belief in his strength had taken physical shape. In just a few days, he gained 22 kilograms. People around him were stunned. No one could explain such a sudden change except for Yukteswar himself. He knew his thoughts had created his new body. When Yogananda heard this story, all his doubts vanished. That very day, he decided to believe, not just lightly, but with full faith, in his inner strength and the words of his guru. Within 2 weeks, the chronic indigestion that had haunted him for decades was gone. His physical frame grew stronger. His energy returned. He never looked back. In his Autobiography of a Yogi, he writes, "Before this, I saw many doctors, but I never truly believed that I could heal, and so I never did. But the day I believed, I was healed." Yogananda explains that the greatest medicine we possess is the power of our thoughts. And like any tool, this power needs to be trained. First, he says, learn to see goodness in everything, every person, every situation. Your mind is like your body. Just as your body digests food, your mind digests experiences. It must be trained to absorb only what uplifts and discard what distorts. Second, become aware of your thoughts. Most people are not even conscious of what they're thinking. Their mind runs wild, repeating patterns of fear, doubt, and limitation. But unless you watch your thoughts, observe them without judgment, you can't change them. Meditation is the most effective tool for this. When you meditate regularly, your awareness rises. You begin to see the thoughts as they arise. You gain the power to choose which thoughts to keep and which to release. Third, develop concentration. In today's world, our minds are constantly distracted by screens, notifications, and endless desires. But a distracted mind cannot hold a powerful thought. It's like trying to light a fire in the rain. To harness the power of thought, you must gather your mental energy in one direction. Choose a single empowering thought like, "I am the master of my mind," or "I am filled with divine energy and unshakable peace." Repeat it, visualize it, feel it. This is not wishful thinking, it is focused mental prayer. Yogananda says that when you hold a thought with intense concentration and unwavering faith, it no longer remains just a thought. It becomes a force. It shapes your body. It carves your destiny. So the question is no longer, can thoughts heal me? The real question is, am I willing to believe with all my heart? Because the body follows where the mind leads. Believe in your inner power, because the greatest transformation begins not in medicine but in the mind.